to refresh all the properties at runtime, we need to use a actuator refresh endpoint. So for that purpose, we need to add actuator inside the pom.xml. So how we are going to access, how we are going to add it? For that purpose, you need to just Google it, that Spring Boot actuator Maven repository. So I just Google it, Spring Boot actuator Maven repository. Go here and just get the dependency. Pick anyone and just copy it. So it's already copied to the clipboard. And now I'm going to put inside the pom.xml. Okay, inside the dependency part. Okay, after putting it, I'm going to removing this version because I want Spring Boot need to take care of it. I don't want to do anything with the version. So Spring Boot automatically download compatible version for it. Okay, we need to just wait to resolving the dependency. Yeah, it resolved. Now let's run this and let's check the actuator endpoint how it's going to work. So I'm just going to running the client application. To open actuator, I'm going to use um, Firefox browser. So it's a localhost 8080 having the actuator. Okay, why I'm opening actuator? Because in Windows 10 Firefox browser uh, provide very nice support to the JSON, but if you look here, we don't get refresh endpoint. So I already created a video on the actuator, so I am providing link in description. Please check it how it's going to work. So to expose all this endpoint, I am going to add one property here, actuator properties here, to enable all the endpoint. So I am going to adding the properties management dot endpoint dot web dot exposure dot include. Okay, management dot endpoint dot web. Okay, web dot exposure. Okay, exposure include. Okay, and I'm going to adding the property called star, so it should enable all the actuator endpoints. So I'm going to rerun it once again. Okay, now let's check the actuator endpoint from the Firefox. Okay, so these all endpoints are enabled now. So this is the refresh endpoint, which is nothing but the post, but the Firefox browser doesn't support directly. Any kind of browser don't support post request directly. So I'm using Postman to hit this refresh property. Okay, but before that, I'm going to do some slight changes. Okay, so it is post property. First thing first, to whenever you are refreshing something, some properties which already present inside a scope, you need to specifically tell Spring that I want to refresh this property. To tell Spring about it, we are going to use an annotation called refresh scope. Okay, so whenever you are hitting that refresh endpoint, at that time what happen, it going to refresh this property. Okay, so we added a refresh scope here. Okay, now let's run it. Okay, so yeah, done with all this thing. So for further time, I'm going to open the Postman. So yeah, this is the endpoint we are going to hit. Localhost 8080 actuator refresh. This is post, and for post we need to add some bodies. So I'm going to add this empty body. Okay, so let's wait while application gets started. Okay, it is running. Okay, first we are going to check what property it's showing. It is going to show dev environment. Okay, so now I am what I am trying to do, I am going to change it from the git. Okay, so to change it, I am going to write something different message here. I am going to rename it, this is this is dev environment. Okay, so I change the property. uh, okay, so I'm going to commit the changes. So this means what, after committing the changes, is it going to reflect on that specific kind of API? So I am refreshing it, still it not reflect. So what we are missing here, we need to run, we need to hit the refresh API to refresh the property. So I am hitting it. Okay, I am hitting it. So yeah, after hitting it, it takes some time to refresh the property. Okay, so it's showing some properties, config client version and config environment, which is the property which is the property which was refreshed. Okay, so now we are going to check, is it change? Yeah, it's going to change. So this is how your refresh endpoint work to